And lo, did the Connolly descend, and say unto his people, I leave you now, for projects have I, but time have I not. And the people they did wail, and gnash their teeth, and cry unto the heavens, O Connolly, why hast thou forsaken us? To only silence. But the power of the Connolly is great, and his absence did inspire, for the state of film must be told, so long as you are here to witness. Welcome to Film State, the show that keeps you up to date with all things film. I'm your new host, Matthew Ashby. After weeks of embarrassing begging and an unfortunate restraining order,
I still love you, Stark.
The powers that be at Triune agreed that 2015 is too big a year for cinema to leave you beautiful people without representation. And with that, I take you to the trailers.
Peter, it's your file. Will you read it? It's from your mum.
My dearest Peter, I long for the day that I can come back for you and explain everything. You are extraordinary, more than you can imagine. I promise that you will see me again.
In this world or another.
Pan is the origin story of mythological Peter Pan about the events that first spirited him away to Neverland. Directed by Joe Wright, famed for Anna Karenina, Pan stars Levi Miller, Amanda Seyfried, Garrett Hedlund, Rooney Mara, and Hugh Jackman as antagonist Blackbeard the Pirate. Lately, it seems that these storybook origins are coming out of the woodwork, with some being better than others. Pan gives me a little bit of hope, though, that it'll fly above the rest. Peter Pan joke. Levi Miller, who will play Pan, is a relative newcomer, but Garrett Hedlund from Tron Legacy and the just-released Unbroken looks like a great pick for young James Hook. And then there's Hugh Jackman, who is just amazing, and Rooney Mara from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Social Network, and Her. So there's a lot of talent going in. Now, the most common criticism of Anna Karenina was that Wright opted for style over substance, which I think makes him a great addition to Pan. The substance is already there in decades of storytelling, and I'm excited to see some of that whimsical styling clapped onto this legend. I'm giving this one a good, with an asterisk. Don't let me down, Joe. I'm watching you. Pan crows into theaters July 15th.
Well. The princess, I presume.
Oh, well, I'm actually just a minor, but I appreciate the compliment.
Bishop.
Are you insane?
Have you come to get me, Peter?
I don't believe in bedtime stories.
Next up is Jurassic World, which just makes me so happy. Jurassic World is a return to the adventure I first saw when I was 8 years old and makes me want to wear footy pajamas and jump on the bed with excitement all over again. Colin Trevorrow, who wrote and directed Home Base, which was one of the very first internet viral success stories, is bringing together Chris Pratt, and Chris Pratt. Oh, and Bryce Dallas Howard, Nick Robinson, Laura Lapkus, and Vincent D'Onofrio. Now, clearly I'm biased because Jurassic Park is one of the very first movies I ever saw in theaters. It sparked my love of special effects and began my lifelong love affair with all things Spielberg. And then there is Chris Pratt. Yes to everything that is Chris Pratt. The movie is following the continuity and takes place 22 years after Jurassic Park. Ilsa Nublar, has finally realized John Hammond's vision of a dinosaur theme park full of joy and wonder, sparing no expense. But when the suits decide to start cooking up a new attraction, everything goes straight to hell, like it does, because you were dumb and messed with nature. It looks like we're going to see some mind-blowing visuals, and how could you not love dinosaurs? This gets a big F yeah, and my only hope is that Trevorrow takes after Spielberg rather than Joe Johnston. No one wants a repeat of Jurassic Park 3, Sam Neill or no Sam Neill. Jurassic World will be delivered directly to your inner child on June 12th.
A whole new frontier has opened up. We have our first genetically modified hybrid.
You just went and made a new dinosaur?
Probably not a good idea. Almost 40 feet high. Really think she climbed out?
Depends.
On what?
What kind of dinosaur they cooked up in that lab? Evacuate the island. She's a highly intelligent animal. She will kill anything that moves.
Oh, God.
Last on the docket is, whoa, is that freaking Star Wars?
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Right, the show. Star Wars The Force Awakens is the next chapter in the epic saga that has gripped generations. J.J. friggin' Abrams is bringing back veterans Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Peter Mayhew, Kenny Baker, and Warwick Davis, along with newcomers John Boyega, Gwendolyn Christie, Oscar Isaac, and Domhnall Gleeson from Unbroken and Anna Karenina. I need a bit. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to J.J. Abrams. As a young man being all filled with excitement and wonder growing up with Star Wars only to be subjected to those prequels, I never thought I could love again. You have restored my faith in the Force, sir. Now, in typical Abrams style, very little is known about the plot or the characters. But you know you're going to see this. You know it. I know it, and I may need to borrow $5 for popcorn. In case it's unclear, this is so F yeah, and if it weren't my first episode, I'd do something completely ridiculous like give it an F yeah plus, but I don't have time to make that graphic. Especially if you were disappointed with episodes 1 through 3, you will be in those seats on opening weekend because we all need to hope again. Force Awakens on December 18th, 2015. Somebody get me a tissue.
The dark side. And the light.
In the news, Independence Day is happening. We'll see Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool in 2016, and Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be Doctor Strange. Now let's get serious here for a minute. 2015 is going to be the biggest year for movies in movie history. So many blockbusters and beloved properties are going to be wrestling for our cash that I think it's important we go into this whole thing with a plan. So let's put together a budget so that we aren't doing things we might later regret for a theater ticket. In January, we've got Taken 3 and Strange Magic, so we're starting out the year kind of slow. February will bring us Jupiter Ascending and Kingsman: The Secret Service, and for those of you out there who are interested in such things, 50 Shades of Grey. No, not me. Thank you. March is when we really start ramping up with Chappie, Cinderella, and While We're Young. April keeps us going with Furious 7, Child 44, and The Moon and the Sun. May is going to be expensive because Age of Ultron, Mad Max, and Tomorrowland. And let's throw a couple extra viewings of Age of Ultron on there. June hits hard with Jurassic World, Pixar's Inside Out, and Ted 2. But we're really back into it in July with Terminator Genesis, Minions, Pan, and Ant-Man. And the hits just keep on coming in August with Fantastic Four, The Man from UNCLE, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2. September, I'm going to take a nap and maybe find a second job. But I'll probably still go see Hotel Transylvania 2. October will have The Jungle Book and Frankenstein. November is all about The Hunger Games and The Good Dinosaur. Thank you, Pixar. And then there's December, when I should be buying toys for my niece and godson. Instead, I will be watching Star Wars 3 to 5 times, Kung Fu Panda 3, and Mission Impossible 5. Sorry, Lily and Colt, Santa is going to be a little late this Christmas. Let's move on to theaters before I start getting phone calls from their moms. In theaters this week is Exodus: Gods and Kings, The Captive, Top 5, The Hobbit: Battle of the Five Armies, and Night at the Museum: Secret of the Tomb. Exodus looks meh, but it's Ridley Scott, Christian Bale, and Ben Kingsley, so I will probably go to the matinee. The Captive I could take or leave, and the same thing with Top 5. The Hobbit I will be sobbing my way through because even though I was as pissed as anyone that it was split into 3 money-grubbing films, I will still be sad to see the story end. Night at the Museum is a definite red boxer. I really need to start saving for next year. All in all, pretty awesome week for theaters. New to DVD and Blu-ray before the year ends is Guardians of the Galaxy, The Maze Runner, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Equalizer, and Tusk. Guardians was as amazing as everyone said. The Maze Runner looks like another dumb young adult sci-fi, but got decent reviews, so maybe I'll take a gander. Ninja Turtles looks lame, and The Equalizer has our boy Denzel and a 61% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'll probably check that one out. And then there's Tusk. I love me some Kevin Smith, so I will be picking that one up too. Pretty good week for DVD and Blu-ray. You know what I like to pay for movies? Nothing. But stealing is wrong, so Redbox must be right. At just over $1.50 per rental with new movies added weekly and millions of locations, it's like movie Christmas all the time. That new movie you want to see not out yet? Well, Redbox does games too, just to keep you busy until it is. Check out redbox.com to find a location and reserve your movies and games, and then text Movie Night to 727272 for a free one-night rental. Well, that's it for me, and it's done. And this week in Idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. If you want to be besties and discuss our mutual love for Stark, you can hit me up on Twitter at @FS_Mashpee. And I will see all you amazing film lovers next week when we talk more trailers, movie news, and rumor.
Domhnall Gleeson. That is a freaking Viking name. Hello, I am Domhnall Gleeson.
Now let's get serious here for a minute. 2015 is going to be the biggest move for... October will have the Jungle Book... So many beloved The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. For real this time. Jurassic World will be delivered directly to your inner child on July 12th. It's June 12th. In the news, Independence Day 2 is happening. We'll be seeing Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Not in Deadpool. That would be a completely different movie. Of course, I would mess up on the Shakespeare quote. Because what right do I have to be reciting Shakespeare? Week when we talk more movie news, and I messed up the last line.